Divisibility rule for 4, 8, 11, and 12. Divisibility means dividing a number where the answer has no remainder. The following lesson will teach you to determine whether a number can be divided by 4, or 8, or 12, or 11 exactly without any remainder. We can identify the divisibility of the number when you divide one number by another number. The result should be a full number or without remainder. Let us start on divisibility rule for 4. How can we know if the number is divisible by 4? First, if the last two digits is divisible by 4. Titingnan lamang natin ang huling dalawang digit. Kung ang huling dalawang digit ay ma-divide natin sa 4 at ang makukuha nating sagot ay full number or exact number o walang remainder, then that number is divisible by 4. Another, 2 zeros included. Note that 0 is divisible by any number. So, if the number ends with 2 zeros, then that number is divisible by 4. So, let's see if the given examples below are divisible by 4. Number 1, 9,208. Ang huling dalawang digit ay 8. Kapag i-divide natin ng 8 sa 4, ang makukuha nating sagot ay 2. So, ang 2 ay whole number o exact number o wala siyang remainder. Then, 8 is divisible by 4. And so, 9,208 is divisible by 4. Number 2, 1,057,400. So, the last two digit is 0, meaning 1,057,400 is divisible by 4. Third, 830,116. So, 16. When we divide 16 by 4, we will get the exact answer 4. So, ibig sabihin, 16 is divisible by 4, and so, 830,116 is divisible by 4. Last, 4,664,017. 17 is the last two digits. When we divide 17 by 4, ang makukuha nating sagot ay 4 remainder 1. So, ibig sabihin, hindi buo o hindi exact ang nakuha nating sagot dahil meron siyang remainder. So, ibig sabihin, ang 17 ay hindi divisible by 4. And so, 4,664,017 is also not divisible by 4. Now, let's move on to divisibility rule for 8. How can we know if the number is divisible by 8? Simply, if the last three digits is divisible by 8. So, number 1. 342,024. Ang huling tatlong digit ay 24. Can we divide 24 by 8 and exactly get a full answer or a full number? Yes, because 24 divided by 8 is 3. So, meaning 24 is divisible by 8, and so 342,024 is also divisible by 8. Number 2, 184,778. So the last three digits are 778. So, try natin. Divide natin si 778 by 8. Tingnan natin kung ang makukuha nating sagot ay whole number. So, 7 cannot be. So, mag-start tayo. 77 divided by 8 is 9. 9 times 8 is 72. Then, subtract. So, 7 minus 2 is 5. Then, bring down 8. 58 divided by 8. Okay, 7. 7 times 8 is equals to 56. So, 58 minus 56 is 2. So, ang sagot natin ay 97 remainder 2. So, ang nakuha nating sagot ay hindi exact number kasi meron siyang remainder. Meaning, 778 is not divisible by 8 and so 184,778 is not divisible by 8. Number 3. 9,125,048. The last three digits, 48. When we divide 48 by 8, ang makukuha nating sagot ay 6. So, 6 is a whole number. Therefore, 48 is divisible by 8. And so, 9,125,048 is divisible by 8. Last, number 4, 7,091,544. So, the last digit is 554. The last three digits. So, we will divide 554 by 8 and let's see if we'll get exact answer. So, 554 divided by 8. Let's start with 54 divided by 8. 54 divided by 8 is 6. Okay. 6 times 8 is 48. Now, let's subtract. 54 minus 48. 14 minus 8 is 6. Now, let's bring down 4. 64 divided by 8 is 8. 8 times 8 is 64. 64 minus 64 is 0. So, the answer is 68. 68 is a whole number and therefore, 544 is divisible by 8. And so, 7,091,554 is divisible by 8. Divisibility rule for 11. So, how can we know if the number is divisible by 11? So, we will subtract the last digit from the number form by the remaining digits. If the new number is divisible by 11, then the original number is divisible by 11. So, let's try the example and identify if the number is divisible by 11. Kuhanin muna natin ang last digit. So, the last digit is 3. And the remaining number is 69. So, we will subtract the last digit from the remaining number. So, 69 minus 3. We will get the answer 66. So, let's see if we divide 66 by 11 and get an exact answer. So, 66 divided by 11 is 6. 6 times 11 is 66. So, meaning, ang nakuha nating sagot ay whole number, 6. So, ibig sabihin, the original number, 693 is divisible by 11. Next example, 72,457. So, ihiwalay na natin ang last digit which is 7. Then, the remaining number form is 7,245. So, let's subtract the last digit from the remaining number form. So, 7,245 minus 7 is 7,238. So, let's see if 7,238 is divisible by 11. 7,238 divided by 11. So, una natin, 72 divided by 11 is 6. 6 times 11 is 66. Then, let's subtract. 12 minus 6 is 6. Let's bring down 3. Now, 63 divided by 11 is 5. 5 times 11 is 55. That's 5, huh? So, 63 minus 55 is 8. Then, let's bring down 8. Now, 88 divided by 11 is 8. 8 times 11 is 88. So, 0. The answer that we got is 658. 658 is a whole number, wala siyang remainder. So, meaning, the original number, 457, is divisible by 11. Last example, 9,158. So, the last digit is 8, and the remaining number formed is 915. So, 915 minus 8 is 907. So, we will identify if 907 is divisible by 11. So, 907 divided by 11. Let's start with 90. 90 divided by 11 is 8. 8 times 11 is 88. So, 90 minus 88 is 2. Then, bring down 7. 27 divided by 11 is 2. So, 2 times 11 is 22. Then, minus 27 minus 22 is 5. So, the answer is 82, remainder 5. Meaning, ang nakuha nating sagot ay may remainder. That means that the original number, 9,158, is not divisible by 11. So, last is divisibility rule for 12. How do we know if the number is divisible by 12? Simply, if the number is divisible by 3 and by 4. So, malalaman natin na ang number ay divisible by 12 kung ito rin ay divisible by 3 and divisible by 4. So, para maintindihan, ito ang ating example. 648. So, para malaman natin na siya ay divisible by 12, tingnan muna natin kung siya ba ay divisible by 3 at divisible by 4. So, dito muna tayo sa 3. Para malaman natin kung siya ay divisible by 3, we will add the digits 6 plus 4 plus 8. We will get the answer 18. Now, let's see if 18 is divisible by 3. 18 divided by 3. What is the answer? So, 18 divided by 3 is 6. 6 is a whole number. Therefore, 18 is divisible by 3. So, ibig sabihin din natin, ang original number na 648 ay divisible by 3. Now, tingnan naman natin kung ang 648 ay divisible by 4. So, a while ago, malalaman natin na ang number ay divisible by 4 kung ang huling dalawang digit ay divisible by 4. So, the last digit is 48. Let us divide 48 by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. Let's subtract, then bring down 8. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 2 times 4 is 8. Then, 0. So, ang nakuha nating sagot ay 12. 12 is a whole number. Therefore, 648 is also divisible by 4. So, ibig sabihin, ang 648 ay parehong divisible by 3 at divisible by 4. Ibig sabihin, ang 648 ay divisible by 12. So, next example is 1,140. Again, para malaman natin na ito ay divisible by 12, dapat ito ay divisible by 3 and divisible by 4. So, unahin natin. Let's check if 1,140 is divisible by 3. So, dito, ang gagawin muna natin sa by 3, i-add natin ang mga digits. So, 1 plus 1 plus 4 plus 0. So, ang makukuha nating sagot ay 6. Is 6 divisible by 3? 6 divided by 3. The answer is 2. So, 2 is an exact number or a whole number, meaning that 6 is divisible by 3. And so, the original number 1,140 is divisible by 3. Now, let's check if 1,140 is divisible by 4. Let us rewrite. 1,140. Tingnan natin ang dalawang huling digit. Ito ay 40. So, let's see if 40 is divisible by 4. So, 40 divided by 4, what is the answer? 10. 10 is a whole number or exact number, meaning that 40 is divisible by 4, and so 1,140 is divisible by 4. So, ang 1,140 ay parehong divisible by 3 at divisible by 4. Ibig sabihin, ito po ay divisible by 12. So, last example, 910,231. Let us see first kung ito ay divisible by 3. So, ang gagawin muna natin, we will add the digits. So, 9 plus 1 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 plus 1. So, ang sagot natin ay 16. Now, is 16 divisible by 3? Titingnan natin kung siya ay divisible by 3. So, 16 divided by 3 is what? 5. 5 times 3 is 15. Then, minus 16 minus 15 is 1. So, ang sagot natin ay 5 remainder 1. Again, 5 remainder 1. Meaning, may remainder, hindi exact or whole number ang sagot. So, ibig sabihin, ang 16 ay hindi divisible by 3. And so, the original number 910,231 is also not divisible by 3. Now, let's see kung ito naman ay divisible by 4. So, 910,231. Let us look at the last two digits. So, tingnan natin kung ang 31 ay divisible by 4. 31 divided by 4, 7. 7 times 4 is 28. Now, 31 minus 28 is 3. So, the answer is 7 remainder 3. Again, answer is 7 remainder 3. So, meron ding remainder. Meaning, ang 31 ay hindi divisible by 4. And so, the original number 910,231 is also not divisible by 4. So, ang number na to ay not divisible by 3 and by 4, meaning it is also not divisible by 12. So, I hope that you learn the divisibility rules for 4, 8, 11, and 12. Happy learning!